This literally must be Christmas for you guys because you're getting two Tempest builds from me in the same day. The first we covered was an awesome PvP build that I will link at the end of this video that was brought to us by Greed Gaming. Super good PvP build. In this one, in order to farm all the essences you're going to need, you're going to want to have a good farm build. So let's get straight into it with the best farm build that I have found for the Tempest. Now, it's pretty straightforward. The overall idea with these builds for farming is that you just move as fast as possible and dash, which is pretty easy with this build because you're going to have a lot of movement speed, a lot of dashing, and then just some cannons essentially that just blow up everywhere. Let's get straight to it. So I'm going to show you guys the overall build as I just tear through everything. Again, a lot of it is just dashing in between different things and letting your abilities do all the work. So just killing everything and literally just dashing, rolling, oh, dash and roll. And guess what? Even when you think you're done dashing, you dash some more, baby, because you have two dashes built into your skills, and then your primary attack is also a dash. So you are literally just going to be maintaining your dashes forever and ever and ever. No matter if you think you're running out, you just keep dashing. Just keep dashing. And you just keep up your third and fourth skills up at all times to make sure that you are maintaining your seats throughout the whole flight of this farm session. And by seats, I mean damage. So movement, damage, dashes. We got all the Ds. You need all the Ds. Dashes, damage, fun. Those are the Ds that you need. Oh, an orange one. And he's dead. Now, keep in mind, guys, this is obviously going to be in Hell 3, which we are all severely overtuned for, which we know they're going to be coming out with a, likely, I assume, a new Hell difficulty, or maybe even change the name of them, here in the coming probably month. So don't worry about how much damage you're doing. We could have to alter some of our builds once we actually have some harder farming to do. But anyway, you get the idea. This build is so fun. I could just mindlessly keep this going. Literally effortlessly. And again, once my dashes are done, I can still dash with my primary attack. So it's easy peasy. Like, this is the easiest probably farm build I think I've had. Again, overtuned by all get out, but in fact, my poor little pet is having a hard time keeping up with all the loot. So we'll get to the build here in a second. Whenever I guess I get tired of doing it. All right, let's go ahead and go somewhere. Let's go somewhere with our lives, chat. I'm going to showcase the build, the set gear, and the Paragon tree. You're going to want to make sure you stay to the end for the Paragon tree because this Paragon tree is actually, in my honest, very biased opinion, probably the best Paragon tree for farming. Regardless if you think you have a better farm build than this one, the Paragon tree is what you need to pay attention to. So first things first, we are doing the Unyielding Vision, which is keeping our rolling surf critical hits causing an explosion of water. For the chest, Overflow, which is going to be the vortex now causes geysers to erupt from the ground underneath you, and with enough beneficial effect duration, because this is considered a buff, you can literally keep this up almost 100% uptime. For the shoulders, you have a few different options here. Right now, I'm just using Breaker increase maximum charges by 1, which is the Barnacle Plague. I don't know. But anyway, I like this one because it gives you 3 charges of Breaker, but there's also another one that does Breaker damage increase. So when we get to higher Hell difficulties, you can change to that one if you don't need the additional roll and if you just want to do more damage. But right now, basically everything's blowing up anyway, so I don't need the extra damage. For the legs, we are utilizing Flaring Lighthouse, which is very good. So Breaker now causes you to dash forward, damaging enemies, and conjuring a Zephyr in your wake. Additionally, you gain an Absorb Shield. Boom. Like 3 or 4 things that happen in that one skill. It's pretty sick. We're using Harmonious Castile for the first main hand, which is going to give us Squall now makes you untargetable and causes you and your Zephyrs to dash forward, damaging enemies in your path. Squall damage increase. And I'm at Mastery level 2, by the way. Main hand number 2 is Flooded Stream, which is going to be Rolling Surf now empowers your edges, causing you and your Zephyr's primary attack to become Swirling Whip strikes as you move. Rolling Surf damage increased. Offhand 1 is Glory to the Castra. And the effect is Vortex also increases your primary attack speed by 19.5% for 3 seconds. So basically, because you're going to be riding your surf, the vortexes are going to be going all the time. You can just swirl your lashes around and basically keep up with all the fun things. Last but not least is No Second Chances, which is the other offhand. Wind Edge becomes empowered because reading the words is hard. Wind Edge becomes empowered when you use a skill, causing your next 2 primary attacks to deal 19,000 damage. Basically, you're always going to have Wind Edge going with a skill anyway, with all your dashing. So this is going to be all the time, which is sick. And then for the set gear, I'm using a 4-piece of Enthuse for the increased effect duration and the attack speed boof. And then we are utilizing a 4-piece Gloom's Guide rather, for the additional damage after you use a dash, because again, we're just dashing all over the place. Now, like I said, save the best for last, the Paragon tree. I feel really good about this Paragon tree, so I'm utilizing the top 3 up here. So I'm getting the additional equipment drop chance. I'm also getting the additional XP gain from defeating elite monsters, and I'm getting extra gold from monsters. All the things you want for farming, right? Right. Good. I'm glad you agree. But what if I told you that's not all? We're also going to be using, during a kill streak, every 10 kills grants you 3% increased movement speed up to a maximum of 15%. So you, on top of the 35% you have for your surf skill, you now get an additional 15% once you get this to max stacks, which is very easy to do. And it's going to be very easy to do because of this one, which is your kill streaks timer now expires 10% slower, and picking up items will refresh the kill streak duration. So not only by you or your pet, by the way, so which is awesome. So we're basically getting the best of what Treasure Hunter was, and I think it was Marathon or Massacre, I don't remember which one, but this is like a perfect combination for farming that you don't have to flip and flop or choose between speed farming and XP or, you know, equipment, whatever it is you want. This is a super good Paragon tree for overall farming. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. And again, if you haven't seen my video where I cover the absolute best PvP build for the Tempest, make sure you check out this video right above me right now, because this build is literally sick. And if you haven't seen my single target build, check out the build over there where I show you my single target Tempest build, because we got builds on builds on builds, baby. Until next time, I hope to see you in a video soon. Take it easy.